Metal Skin Panic Madox-01 is a 1987 OVA set around a prototype power suit that gets into the wrong hands of a part-time mechanic student called Koji. Madox starts off with some really high quality art and animation, showing tiny internal machine parts and weapons. The detail to attention of how the parts move and react is very impressive and reminds me of the quality I saw in the Pat Labor movies. That intro is followed up by some real down and dirty combat training with realism. I've mentioned this before, but I really dig when a mecha game or show can blur the lines of reality with grounded combat that we are currently used to in modern warfare, but using mechas of some sort, basing it in a not so distant future from the world we live in today. Don't get me wrong, I love over the top robot stuff too, but there's something about grounded mech warrior like combat that gets my blood pumping, and Madox has ticked that box already, and we are only a couple minutes into the show. With all you've seen so far, you might be thinking Metal Skin Panic is a serious mecha show, but it's not. It's more of a comedy show really. Koji just happens to get an Amazon delivery gone wrong and gets the Madox-01 delivered right to his doorstep. I mean, just imagine that. You get a mech power suit delivered to your house by mistake. Surely you'd phone the police to say there's been a massive mistake, but not Koji, nah. Instead he decides to mess around with it and gets himself trapped inside. Have you ever seen a man try to eat with chopsticks while inside a mech? Well, thanks to Madox you have now. This is just another one of many funny moments throughout this show. The SDF don't know that it's just some kid that's activated the Madox and assume it's some kind of terrorist group, so I'll come after Koji in a big way. Still, all Koji can think about is his girlfriend Shuroi, who's about to leave for England, and he has only a short amount of time to get to her before she jumps on that train and leaves him forever. So nothing is going to get in Koji's way as he tries to get one last decisive date with his girl. Lieutenant Kilgore, what a name, probably one of the best character names I've come across. Well, Kilgore has a chip on his shoulder, being an old school tank driver and getting defeated in the training mission against the Madox. He is out to prove that tanks or soldiers like him are not out of date, and has special plans to take the Madox out of commission. I can actually totally respect where Lieutenant Kilgore is coming from. Even though he serves as the anime's villain, you can't really blame him for feeling the way he does. In another time or show he might have been one of the good guys. Koji also has to worry about Kusumoto coming after him. She is the original test pilot for the Madox-01 and is a very skilled mech pilot. She takes the blame herself for losing Madox-01, so suits up in Madox-0 to try and take Koji down. In the end she sides with Koji against Kilgore when it becomes clear this has all been one big mistake. Metal Skin Panic 01 is just a mecha show that puts a smile on my face whenever I watch it. It's easily one of my favourite mech shows, and with it being a one-off OVA, it has got a ton of rewatches off me. Madox is just about a fun ride on one crazy night when some kid got to ride in a mech power suit while trying to hook up with his girlfriend. The music is very much a product of its time with 80s style beats. It's all great to me though. It complements the cheerfulness and orientated action that the anime generates. In other words, the soundtrack is a perfect fit. Something about the Madox-01 design reminds me of the mech scene in the Gun Griffin series, although they're not related at all in the creative staff department. The mecha designer behind Madox was Kimitoshi Yamane, who started work in the 80s right up to the current day. He has worked on many notable shows over the years, quite a few Gundam shows like G Gundam and Gundam Seed, along with many more, and even many outside of Gundam like Cowboy Bebop and Bubblegum Crisis, which by the way, Madox is set in the Bubblegum Crisis universe. The Madox I believe is the prototype for the armor suits used by the AD police. Metal Skin Panic is a short story with little character development or many plot points for characters for you to follow, but that's okay. Metal Skin Panic is just a fun midnight mecha ride with some kid who wants to meet his girlfriend one last time. It is 100% fun, it has cool high detail mecha action and some really laugh out loud moments. Sometimes that's all you want, and that's why this OVA is one of my favourites and I consider it a must watch for mecha fans. As always, thanks for watching and catch you next time.